Welcome to another episode of the Luxembourg Mind. Today we are in the beautiful city of Echternach and we will be talking to Carole Hartmann. Carole has had quite an inspiring career. At the young age of 11, she represented Luxembourg internationally while playing table tennis. A few years after she became a lawyer, at the young age of 26, she joined politics. And today, she is the mayor of this beautiful city of Echternach. This little plaque here, look how beautiful it represents an aerial view of the city. And if that view of the Abbey isn't good enough, there's a physical representation of the Abbey right here at the Hotel de Ville in Echternach. In addition to being the mayor of Echternach, Carole is also the president of the DP and a member of parliament. Let's go hear directly from Carole. Carole, how are you? Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you.
Let's go have a chat.
Let's go.
Carole, thank you very much for joining us on the Luxembourg Mind podcast. I'm very happy that you've taken the time to talk to us. You trained as a lawyer and then you joined politics, eventually becoming a member of parliament. Now you're the president of the Democratic Party. Could you walk us through your journey and tell us about your inspirations to join and pursue political leadership?
Actually, I grew up in a family where politics and social matters mattered already. So my father, he was in politics, more mainly in local politics. So he was alderman here, also in the city of Echternach. And after my studies, it was not my father, but it was Xavier Böttel, actually, who wanted to have a new team, a younger team, to be candidates for the elections in 2013. I was 26 at that time and I just finished my studies. So I didn't really think about entering politics. I wanted to be a lawyer. But I participated in the elections of 2013 and my result was already very good. I didn't enter the parliament, but it was the start of my political careers. So I got more into the party. I became president of the eastern part of the party. And then 2018, I entered the local council and also parliament. So that were my first steps. And today, and this is from 2023, I got mayor of this beautiful town. And this is really an honor to get elected from the people I grew up with, because I have been from Echternach since I was born. And so, I have this double mandate in parliament, but also here in Echternach and the presidency of the party, so I have a lot of things to do.
That's such a great story. Your family must be so proud.
Yeah, I'm also proud of what I did until now, and I have a family which empowers me, so that's a very important part of my life. Yeah.
Okay. As president of the Democratic Party, you carry the responsibility of shaping the party's vision for the future. Mm-hmm. What are your priorities for strengthening the party and connecting with citizens?
Mm-hmm. For the last elections, we had a main thing that we said. We said, no idea, close to you, close to the people. And I think that is one of the most important things in politics. We need to be close to the people, hear and understand also the issues of everyone and try to look to the future, but with the people. So this issue to be close to the people still is something that I mentioned when I got president now of the party. In my speech, it is with the team of the party, but it's also what Xavier Böttel also wanted to tell me in 2013. We want to do something for our countries with the people, with all the people living in Luxembourg, because we have a very diverse country and many challenges.
Okay. I look at Luxembourg's political landscape and it's changing quite a bit. Like, even though our polarization isn't as bad as some other places, it's still there to a certain extent. And there are debates raging on issues like housing, social cohesion, sustainability. What do you see as some of the most pressing challenges, and how is the DP positioning itself to address them?
Yeah, I think housing is still the main challenge in Luxembourg. because we don't have enough houses for all the people coming to Luxembourg. So it remains the main challenge. And as DP, as our party, for us it is important to look at all the possibilities that we have in housing. So there is a public part, but there's also a very important private part. So we need to have investors in Luxembourg, but we also need to have the workers that build the houses, which is, for example, a business where we have many people from abroad working in that business. So we really need also the people from other countries in Luxembourg, mainly in this housing challenges. You talked about social cohesion. We have a tradition in Luxembourg as a country where you have this social freedom, which is a very important part, but it's also a part where you need that the business is continuing to turn, so that you can afford your social part of politics. So that's a matter which is very important for my party. We always see us as a social liberal party. So the business part is important, but the social one too, to empower all the people in Luxembourg, even those who are not in a good position at first, but we need to empower the people so that everybody can afford life here in Luxembourg.
Okay, those are great points. I want to talk a little bit about DP and its history of forming governmental coalitions over the last few years. Looking ahead, how do you see the party's role in shaping Luxembourg's political direction over the next decade or so?
Yeah, we have been now in government for the third period in a row.
Yes.
So we have been shaping the future already as a party, but still we need to at every legislation to see the new challenges. For the moment, the geopolitical situation is a very difficult one, because everything is changing very rapidly. So you need to be able to change and to also have new ideas. What is very important in Luxembourgish politics inside Luxembourg is the cohesion.
Yes.
So we need to talk a lot. We have this tripartite,
Yes.
which is something that was invented in the 70s from a prime minister of the DP. And which means that we always try to find compromise, with the people working in Luxembourg, the people having their business in Luxembourg, to find the ideas and to shape the future, actually. So even if we do the politics today, and even though the situation is changing, we always need to have a look at the future, and that's actually what we do. So we also in our party we always have working groups that already prepare for the next 10 or 20 years, because your look needs also to be in the actual situation, but also in 10 or 20 years. So how do we want to grow our country for the next generation? And that is a nice point, because we are focused on what we do now, but we are also focused on the evolution of the country and of our cities.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I completely resonate with the idea of looking ahead of time and trying to build bridges so the next generation is also strengthened.
Right.
And I remember we were talking earlier, and you mentioned how a decade ago Mr. Bettel came in and he groomed the next generation of leaders, and that's how you came into the picture as well. No,
right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I'm one of these new generation that grew up with Xavier Bettel. Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Echternach, this beautiful little city. You represent Echternach in Parliament. It's a region rich with history and culture. How do you balance national priorities with the local needs of your constituents here?
Sometimes it's a tough part to do both of the mandates, but I try to focus on different projects. So I have some projects at Parliament, some issues that are important also for me, like health politics, housing, all the diversity part. And here in Echternach, it is more like, it is maybe smaller things, but you catch them like more easily. So for the moment, we are now preparing for the Christmas time, and Echternach is getting like, we have our main tree here in Echternach, and here in Echternach we have this historical part. You talked about it, the cultural one, but also the nature around.
Sure.
So there are many challenges because we have many people visiting Echternach. So we are always also thinking about our visitors, tourists that come here in the oldest town of Luxembourg, and we want to tell them the story about the city, but also to show them everything about the city here.
No, great. I'm gonna put a pin in this. I'm gonna come back to this question in the rapid fire segment. I want to talk a little bit about the diversity element. As one of the few women representing or leading a major party in Luxembourg, how do you view the progress we've made on gender equality in politics? Are there still barriers, and what more needs to be done to encourage more women from taking on leadership roles?
There have been many things that already have been done in Luxembourg. For example, it has been now 100 years that the women have the right to vote in Luxembourg. 100 years, it's not a very long time, but in this 100 years there have been many evolutions, mainly in the 70s, also with Prime Minister of the DP and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Colette Flesch, who was one of the first women in government. And today, Luxembourg has one of the lowest gender gaps in what you afford in Europe. But there are still some things that need to be done. And what I want to do, for example, is to encourage also women to get into politics or to get into important positions also in business, because you still see this gap that you have only 20-25% of women in leading positions. And I think that we need to talk about it. We need to encourage women who often when I talk to women, it's different than men are more like powerful. They think that they can do everything. And women sometimes say, no, it's not for me. I cannot do it. There are other people who should get into this position. And I said, no, everyone is equal and everyone has the possibilities also to change something. And everyone has ideas, and we need to talk about it, and we need to encourage also women to do it.
Okay, well, very encouraging. Thank you for that. Let's move away from politics. Let's talk about, your engagement in civic and cultural initiatives. I see you in so many different places. You were at Expat Day, and you mentioned you are still active while playing table tennis every once in a while. What continues you to stay motivated outside of everything that you do here in Echternach, in Parliament, in DP? What motivates you to continue to be so engaged with civic and cultural activities?
Yeah, so I'm very engaged in sports. I do table tennis. In summer I play tennis. That's very important in the local clubs here. I've always been in the local clubs. And beside of that, maybe in the tourism area, I'm president also of the Office Régional du Tourisme of the Müllertal. So Echternach is part of the Müllertal. We call it Little Switzerland, because beside the cultural and the historical part, we have a very beautiful nature around Echternach, where you can do hiking and you can do cycling. And what is interesting in this Office Régional du Tourisme is that it is a team with volunteers who are working hand in hand for the region. So it's a promotion for the region. It's the questioning, how can we present us to all the people visiting our region? How can we improve also the touristical part? How can we be sustainable, which is a very important part in the nature around, because we have many tourists, and we also need to have a look at our nature, that it's staying safe and sustainable. So this is a very nice part, because it's a partnership between different hotels, bars, but also partners like businesses from the region and people that live the bottom up style. So from their association, from their city, they really want to grow a region which is a very nice region to visit. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Like I said, I'm going to come back to Echternach in the rapid fire round,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
time for the rapid fire round.
Yeah.
Let's it's a short but fun segment.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a few this or that questions. No pressure. There's
Yeah.
no right or wrong answers.
I'll try.
Let's get started. Debate in Parliament versus debate at the dinner table. Which one is harder?
At Parliament, it's harder.
It's harder.
Yeah.
Your 5-year-old daughter doesn't give you too much of a hard time yet.
Yeah, she starts doing it because she has a very nice character. So
my kids are obnoxious at the dinner table. It's a debate all the time. Right, this is a tough one. Aliens abduct you and they demand to see a talent to save Earth. What skill do you show them?
Not stay in place, just continue walking.
Okay. So you'll showcase your productivity.
Yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't challenge them to a game of table tennis.
No, because I would win. So
Right, we keep it competitive. Okay. All right. Very good. When is the last time you played a competitive game? And I'm asking you this question because I know that you're quite well affiliated with Meeple Monastery and the board gaming community in Echternach, and I know that you play games. So, when is the last time you played a competitive board game?
Yeah, I played actually last week with my daughter, who is 5 years old, and we played Ludo.
Okay.
And it was a very tough game, and she won. And so she was very happy.
Very good. Very good. Ludo's a great game, by the way. Like it's something that I play with my kids before we go to bed, but we play on my phone sometimes because it's easier, and it's just a nice way to kind of de-stress at the end of the day and calm things down.
Yeah, we have a very nice board to play Ludo so that she can seize everything and.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's one thing people misunderstand about being a politician?
I think people think that it's about power. And but in really it's about understanding and take responsibility also for your city or your country. It's not really about power. It's about doing things, improve the situation of all the people that are living here. So.
Okay, very good. This brings us to like the Echternach question.
Yeah.
Can I ask you for a 30-second elevator pitch about what makes Echternach such a great place?
Yeah. So Echternach is the oldest city of Luxembourg. We have like a history that starts from the Romans through our abbey. We have the hopping procession, which is a UNESCO hopping procession. And you can combine the historical, cultural part with a very nice natural part. So you can have walks around here. You can cycle around here. We have a very nice lake, a very nice park here. And the city center is like a medieval center. So it's very nice to visit. And I encourage everybody to come to Echternach to have a look and to stay here also in our nice city.
No, it's beautiful. Even as we were driving in, we could see the history. Your office as well. It looks very impressive. It feels like important things have happened here.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. This brings us to the final question, the advice segment. You've achieved a lot very quickly, Carole, and you're such a source of inspiration for young people around the country. What advice would you give these young people who are trying to engage in politics or public service? What advice would you give them?
Yeah. Actually, when Xavier Bette asked me in 2013, I was hesitating. But finally I said, just do it. And actually that's the advice, because we are thinking about many things and many reasons why we shouldn't do some things. But everyone has the power to do something, even if it's not in politics. You can engage in an association. You can do also some things in your city, but I would say just try. And everybody has a voice. Everybody has ideas, and You just need to try, and you can also make a change.
How do they get started? Do they you engage with public, you give back to society, you get involved in associations.
Yeah, right.
What can they do after that? Like, should they get involved with political parties? Should they come and volunteer in associations?
Actually, it starts with younger people. It even starts at school, actually, because at school I think it's a very nice part also to be involved in your class, with your classmates. And then in the local association, in sports, in cultural parts, we have the music schools around. And you can start with small steps. You don't need directly to go to politics. We also need some people who do the politics. But if you don't want to be in the public, you can also do small things. But you need to try and get involved. I think that's the main thing. All of us need to be involved in our society, and you can do it in different ways. We need politicians, but we also need people in the local associations or who care for our cities.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, Carole, this has been a delightful conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing everything.
Thank you.
And thank you also for everything you do for us.
It was really nice. Me too. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Carole.
Yeah, thank you.